Hi everyone, welcome to the Electric Motor GP show. My name is Nee and I'm going to be your host today. Today we'll be looking at understanding and comparing the Kia EV5, the Tesla Model Y and the Xpeng G6. Why have we chosen the cars that we've chosen? We've chosen them specifically because they give us the opportunity to have a look at three different styles of SUVs in the EV market, and gives us the opportunity to see what they do well, what they don't do well, and see how we can select the best options from the three options that we've chosen. So the Kia EV5 is very similar to your traditional SUV. It's very boxy in its look, and for one, I find it very, very attractive. The Tesla Model Y is the benchmark in this particular segment anyways. It's the most successful EV car being sold on the market. It's regarded as spacious and comfortable, and a lot of people find it to be a very useful and attractive option. The Xpeng G6 is a newcomer also in this segment, which is modeled off very, very similar to the Tesla Model Y, and it gives you options to be able to get a lot of things that you want to be able to assess and get comfortably out of your car. Now, we will be assessing the three cars based on a few things. We'll be looking at the design, the performance, the range, the electric architecture that the car's platform is based on, the software that is available, the interior, and the boot space for us to be able to make an assessment which car's got the best options for you. So I start with to make it fair. We're going to be assessing based on the middle options of of the three cars. So the Kia comes in Air, Earth, and GT, with the Earth being the middle option of that car. The Xpeng G6 comes in a standard rear-wheel drive, the long-range rear-wheel drive, and the performance all-wheel drive. The Model Y comes in a standard rear-wheel drive, long-range rear-wheel drive, and all-wheel drive and performance options. Looking at what both of them, the first obvious one to assess is the range. The Earth is able to achieve 500 kilometers of range. It's got 400 kilowatts of power. It's got two motors, one rear and one front, which makes it all-wheel drive as well, and that's a plus for the Kia EV5 Earth. The long-range model of the Xpeng G6 is rear-wheel drive, which has got a 230 kilowatt power, which makes it slightly less powerful than the Kia EV5. And the rear-wheel drive version of the Tesla Model Y is also rear-wheel drive only, and only achieves 230 kilowatts of power. Top speed for both the Tesla Model Y long range is 217 kilometers per hour. Top speed for the Xpeng G6 is 200 kilometers per hour, and top speed for the Earth model is 200 kilometers per hour as well. In terms of DC charging, this is severely impacted by the fact that that the Kia EV5 is a 400 volt architecture, and the Earth version of it's got 140 kilowatts DC fast charging, and does 10% to 80% in about 57 minutes. The Xpeng G6 is an 800 volt architecture, is capable of up to 350 kilowatts DC charging. I've heard that in parts of China you can get up to 400 kilowatts of DC charging on the Xpeng G6. It's capable of doing 10 to 80% in 20 minutes. The Tesla Model Y is capable of doing 10 to 80% in 25 minutes. So the winner in that particular category is the Xpeng G6. In terms of interior, Tesla's taken the minimalist experience of the interior a little bit too far. I find that the Model Y at the moment has not got a infotainment cluster, it doesn't have a heads-up display. All of this kind of puts me off the interior of the Tesla Model Y. The Xpeng G6 doesn't have heads-up display either, but does have a 10.25 infotainment cluster. The the Earth variant of the Kia EV5 comes with heads-up display, comes with a 12.3 infotainment cluster, as well as a 12.3 infotainment system with the 5-inch climate control screen in between both of them. It comes in a longer shape than the other two, which have a bigger central infotainment screen. Both the infotainment screens on the Tesla Model Y and the Xpeng G6 are more intuitive and faster. So I'll call this a draw between the Xpeng G6 in terms of the infotainment system. However, the overall win for the interior goes to the Xpeng G6, in fact, in view of the fact that it still has its infotainment cluster for the driver. In terms of speed, the Tesla Model Y does 0 to 100 in 5.1 seconds for this particular trim level. The Xpeng G6 does 0 to 106.2, and the particular segment is the Tesla Model Y. Autonomous ADAS. The Kia's ADAS features are basic. It's got adaptive cruise control, it's got lane keep assist, it's got rear collision warning, it's got cross tail lights warning as well, but it's a level 1 autonomous system, whereas both the Xpeng G6 and the Tesla Model Y are level 2 plus, able to self-drive on the motorway and able to self-drive to an auto steer within the city as well, within limits. So both the Tesla Model Y and the Xpeng G6 score the same in this particular instance. The key takeaways that I want you to take away is that the Xpeng G6 offers impressive range and performance at a very competitive price. I hadn't mentioned pricing. So the Kia EV5 drive away is $64,000 for the Earth. The Xpeng G6 drive away is $64,000 for the long range version, and the Tesla Model Y rear-wheel drive is drive away $72,000. Now, there are specific things that you need to take into account. The Xpeng G6 comes with enhanced autopilot as standard, which means you don't have to pay extra for it. The Xpeng G6 also has 10-year warranty on the battery as well as the car itself, which is better than the 5 years that's available on the Tesla, and which is better than the 7 years that's available on the Kia. The Xpeng G6 also gets your paint options as standard, and you've got to pay for it on the other two. So in terms of affordability and in terms of value for money, the Xpeng G6 definitely wins on multiple levels in this particular instance. So overall, in terms of the scoring, the Xpeng G6 is far ahead of both the Tesla Model Y as well as the Kia EV5. The Xpeng GC offers impressive range, performance, and the price is pretty competitive. And the technology available to it in it is comparable to that in the Tesla Model Y. Kia EV5, however, gives you a very, very stylish exterior. It's got modern tech in it, but it's basic in comparison to both the Xpeng G6 and the Tesla Model Y. The Tesla Model Y in this category is the devil you know. It's well driven. You've got multiple millions of people that have driven this car and that would tell you how good this car is, and it's the benchmark in this segment. But for me today, based on all the information I've given to you, I would probably tell you that the Xpeng G6 is the clear winner here. But if you're looking for something new, that gives you a more traditional SUV styling and that will handle as well, I would probably say that trying out the the Kia EV5 is not a bad option. I've test driven it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to test drive the Earth version of it. I was able to test drive the Air, which is underpowered in my opinion because it only has 160 kilowatts power available to it, and it does 0 to 100 in about 8.6 seconds. So pulling away from the stoplights and turning into the motorway can be a bit challenging in the car, but to be fair, it's no worse than most. It's no worse than most electric cars. It's no worse than most legacy ICE motors that you can get as well. So any car you pick in this segment from the three I've chosen will probably do what you need it to do and will be useful to you. Thank you very much for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye.